y'all? Welcome to Not Gon Lie. It's your boy Fritz.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Dan. Welcome to the latest and soon to be the greatest podcast.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Not much. Glad to be back for another episode.
Episode 4.
Episode 4.
Feel me? So we got a lot of baseball that was going on this week.
Definitely. I actually watched a couple things.
Did you? Really?
I didn't watch the whole game. Feel me? I don't know what it is about baseball, but I can't watch the whole game.
It's a slow.
It's a slow game.
But I would say when you're actually at the game, it's
way better. Like take me to a million games. I'll go to a million games, but don't ask me to watch it on TV. But I'm saying, let's wrap it up. What's going on?
Hey man, the Dodgers done lost. You know what I mean? A lot of people didn't see that coming.
And this is crazy because this is like the best Dodgers team they had in a while. Like
they done went to the last 2 World Series and they ended up folding, bro.
They did everything. This Dodger team was better than like a lot of previous Dodgers teams. Like, they won the most games. I don't know if it's ever or like I don't think it's
not the most games ever.
It's not ever for that franchise, but it's a lot of games like 103, 106 wins type shit. Like they did 1 mad games. They had like some of the highest percentages hitting, pitching, all that, and like they all came down to Clayton Kershaw blowing the game, bro. Like he's done the past forever, bro.
They lost on home field 3 straight years now too.
That's a lot of years, tough, bro. That's on some Buffalo Bills shit. Well, except Buffalo Bills made it to the championship 4 straight times. You know?
Lost.
But damn. And then we got the Houston Astros hopefully losing to the Tampa Bay Rays tonight.
I didn't expect them to struggle this much with that team, but I think that pitching lineup, I think they're analytics.
That's the fucking analytics.
Can't predict baseball.
You really cannot.
You can't, but I mean, let's hope that the Tampa Bay Rays beat them so we could beat the Tampa Bay Rays and go.
Yeah, I think if we get the Rays,
it's easy.
But let's top it up for the Yankees. Clean sweep. As Ray says, it's brooming season. Get the fucking broom. It's brooming season.
Like I said last week, man, I think Yankees beat anybody in 6 in this next series.
Anybody in 6?
Yeah, because what you said, that the Astros struggle.
4 to 5?
Yeah.
So it don't even matter. I hear you, bro. So are you jacking Astros? I mean, if we play the Astros, it's a 6. If we play the Rays, it's a
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Yeah, we definitely beat the Rays. I know that. I'm not even the biggest baseball head. But yeah, baseball looking good for the Yankees. I'm hoping to take something home this year, New York-wise. Something. Like I want to see the Yankees take something home. I want to see the Giants do well at least, and I want to see the Knicks progress. That's what I'm trying to see for my New York sports team.
And the Nets, of course. I want
the Nets
make the conference semis at least this year. You know,
Curry got hurt today too, though.
He did. He only played a minute. You know, re-aggravating his fractured face. I don't know exactly like what happened, but he only played a minute.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I mean, hopefully he get better, man. You know, Mass Kyrie's gonna start the season.
I think he'll be fine by come season starts. Hopefully, I mean, worst case scenario, you better suck it up, bro. Like you just gotta play. Like,
they done gonna be alright, man.
You and DeAndre Jordan. I'm trying to see lobs.
Karis LeVert. I think just leave it on Karis, bro. Karis and Spencer Dinwiddie are gonna take that next step. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna sleep until somebody tap me on the shoulder and wake me up.
You won't see. You won't see. Because this man was I'm telling you, he was gonna make the All-Star game before he hurt his foot. He was gonna make the All-Star game.
That's a bad All-Star team. That's a very bad All-Star team. Holy cow.
That's disrespectful.
But while we're on basketball real quick, I went back and watched the tape. Then I watched some game tape. And I'm not gonna lie, Zion will be the Rookie of the Year.
All right. Now that you done reviewed the tape, you done seen the tape where you see Zion at. Where's the stats? Where's the predictions?
So I see 19.3 on the points.
That's approximate as hell.
I like to be exact. And for the rebounds, I'm seeing about 7 to 8. And then after that, assists, I'm seeing about 3.5 to 4.7 in that range. I don't think it's going to be going over 5.
I can definitely jack that.
And a steal a little bit, probably.
You know, switch topics real quick. The Cleveland Browns, man.
Listen, and this is tough for me to take because I'm an OD Odell fan. Like Odell, he's on my wall in his Giants uniform still. Like I'm waiting for the Richard Millie picture to come out so I can get a big one of that. But feel me? I'm waiting for like what's going on over there? Like is it really just the offensive line?
It's the offensive line. It's the play calling by Freddie Kitchens and Baker Mayfield. I don't think he's who we thought he was, or at least not yet.
I personally feel like it's a little early to say he's not who we thought he was, but he does need to adjust really quickly. I feel like now that you're a pro, like this type of things you have to adjust on the fly to. Like, all right, you see your offensive line is garbage. Like they're not going to protect. So we got to find a way between him and Freddie Kitchens. They have to find a way to get the ball out quicker. And I feel like it's so simple because you have Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr., who are two of the best catchers in the game.
Jarvis is the best slot receiver to me personally.
Exactly. So like, you know what I'm saying? They both play outside and inside, to be honest. So it's like you might want to just get some slants going, some quick stop and goes.
They're not getting the ball to OBJ, bro. Like, you gotta get the ball to your stars if you want to win
That's
games.
what I'm saying, bro. Let's say if your all-line is trash, like, you do have to run the ball, obviously, for balance, like, in the offense, but you gotta toss it down the field, bro.
You gotta get it out of his hands quick. Like, if the O-line sucks so bad, get it, like you said, run some slants, run some quick routes so they can get the ball to Jarvis, get the ball to OBJ.
Because the thing is, they're both playmakers. They know how to, get yards after catch. So it's like, I don't see why we're, trying to hope and pray that Baker gets, 3 to 4 seconds to throw the ball. He's not. The moment he snaps the ball, Baker's running for his life.
All the time. He be looking retarded.
Exactly. And he be getting thrown to the ground. He seems to only know how to roll to the right. So it's like, you got to change some stuff up. Like, they look good against the Ravens. Mm-hmm. They blew them out. And then they come back. And then
31-3.
They can't even get another field goal.
31-2.
One field goal for an entire game. That game was terrible to watch. I'm at work watching that when I shouldn't be. You got me risking my job to watch this game, and I can't even score.
Bad,
I'm really at work. You don't understand? I'm really at work, like risking my life. I'm using the private browser. You feel me? You still got to put your Verizon Files information in there to watch the ESPN stuff, and it's like I'm in there. And I'm like looking over my shoulder, making sure the wrong person don't knock on the door, come in the crib. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I'm gonna need more than 3 points. Baker Mayfield, OBJ, Jarvis Landry. It's too much talent on that team for there to be 3 points in a, how long is that NFL game? 15 quarters? 60-minute game. A goddamn hour of football, and I got 3 points. Make it make sense, Eli. Make it make sense for you. Make it make sense for you.
Since we're already talking about football, there is one topic that I feel is always going to be something that comes up, and that's dual athletes, preferably with people that play baseball and football. That decision to like where you want to be, like what sports did you play? One person that's in the league now who had that choice and that opportunity to choose between the MLB and the NFL is Kyler Murray, the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. Mm-hmm. A lot of people didn't agree with the fact that he chose the NFL over the MLB. He got drafted by the Oakland Athletics, so he could have went either route, He decided to be a quarterback. And I just wanted to ask you personally, and you too, Fredo, I want to get your opinion. Like, if you had to choose personally, what would you do if you're in that decision?
Baseball. Are you mad?
And why?
To me, personally, it's not even like a discussion really. Like, once I see the baseball contract on the table and I see the football contract on the table, I'm going baseball easily. Longevity, injury purposes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to go home with CTE anytime soon. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's that, the concussions, you know what I'm saying? Just like longevity, just like the sport itself, just like it's easier to play. It's less on your body. You know what I'm saying? It's less, you do play all the time. Like, you play games like back to back to back to back. Don't get me wrong, but like, I feel like it's just better, and it's more money on top of that too. So I just feel like it's a better sport to play if you're talking about trying to set up a life outside of, sports and like getting your family grounded and things of that nature. It might be the best choice out of the two, at least.
This is coming from a person who's played football.
Exactly. I ain't never swung a bat in my life. But I don't feel afraid of it.
I would definitely pick baseball because you don't have to play the cold. Money's guaranteed. He got drafted to Oakland, so weed is legal.
How are you an athlete, nigga? But I feel like, I don't know. Like, yeah, of course, when you look at it from that perspective, it's like you would want to choose the MLB because of the longevity and the money and the potential for money. It's not like it's guaranteed, you know what I mean?
That's true. You
gotta really be a star. And I feel like if you do pick the MLB route, it's harder to make it. Like, if you're a star in both sports, I feel like it's easier to be a star in the NFL.
I agree with that.
than it does in MLB. Like, it's more steps to becoming a star. You got to go through the minor leagues and all that. It's not a guarantee in either sport, of course. But.
I mean, I feel like that comes down to just then at that point knowing your talent. Like it comes down to like, do I really feel like I'm good? And that might have been Kyler Murray's, inner battle. Am I going to be good enough to really make it through this, or should I just take the route where I already know I'm pretty much going to be the number one pick? So it's like, do I take what's guaranteed, or do I take a chance on myself and try and play some baseball to try and get more guaranteed money in the end, which may or may not work out. So it's a good battle to have. Definitely, like, shout out to you if you're good enough to be good at both sports.
Yeah.
But if it's me, I'm still picking baseball because it's not for me. It wouldn't have been about being a star. It's more about
the money.
Not even just the money. It's like my health and just money is secondary, but like just my health in general.
I feel like if I was Kyler Murray, being a star, just winning a Heisman, I probably would have chose football too, man. I mean, if I'm Kyler Murray's shoes. But there are stars in the past that have done both, which is just an amazing feat to do, especially when like football season and baseball season, they overlap sometimes. Like it's crazy. Like Deion Sanders and
playing a World Series game and the football game.
He's the only player to ever play in both championship games. Like he has 2 World Series championships, and he played two Super Bowls. My fault. He played in the World Series. My fault. So like that's crazy that he was able to do that, bro. Like
and that just like some people are just born with that type of like athleticism, but that's crazy to me. Like you can really be born on some like, I can do both and excel at both at a high level. Like that was the craziest part. Like he was good at both. Like it wasn't like he was like a scrub. Like Michael Jordan went to whatever leagues he went to, and like he was fake a scrub.
Fake.
He wasn't a scrub, but like on a level of like everybody else who was around, he wasn't like Michael Jordan to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He only stayed in it for like a year though. So.
Yeah, I mean, he did say like he went to play baseball for his father. So I mean, we get that was more a sentimental thing.
Yeah, and that was like one of his first loves too.
True. So it's like it wasn't nothing crazy, but him and like who else? Bo Jackson,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Bo Jackson was a hell of an athlete.
And he's the only one to be an all-star in both sports. And this is somebody who could have been the greatest freaking dual player of all time if he never had that freak injury that happened to his knee.
Yeah, and the crazy part is I think
playing foosball.
Yeah, like I feel like if he could, I didn't get this from anywhere, but if he could probably do it over, I'm pretty sure he'd like probably choose baseball. I'm almost 100% sure he'd probably
he said it.
He said that?
I don't know if you ever seen his 30 for 30, but he said it.
I was a great 30 for 30. But I seen it some years ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen it recently, so I couldn't quote it, but I guess he probably did say that. That's probably why I would say that. But
you said, it's a more safer sport, but just the fact that, they were able to do both, like literally be professionals at both sports. To call themselves professionals for 2 of the 4 major sports in America, like that's crazy.
And the thing is, like, it's beyond even that. It's just like that, just like bragging rights to me is like crazy because like as an athlete, everything's about competition and stuff. And like who else can really say? Like there's really no one else can really say like, yo, I played 2 professional sports. There's people that grind every day to play 1 professional sport. Like you had to, like you were gifted enough to be like, yo, I'm good at both and I did both. That's crazy bragging rights, bro.
Actually, you have a choice. Like if you have a child who wants to play both, you're gonna push them towards baseball more. You're gonna
Nah. Like I would never limit my child like that. Like whatever you want to play, play it. Like I want them to have that free reign to play whatever sport. Even if I never played it before, go ahead and play it. I will, educate them obviously on, injuries and what can and can't. You get hit a lot here, you don't get hit a lot here. Besides, baseball, you can take a hit from the ball, which would hurt a lot, probably more than any hit you can take in the NFL. Especially depending on where you get hit. But regardless of the longevity is here. But at the end of the day, that's for them to make that decision. How do you feel?
Likewise, I feel the same. Like you can't really pressure your kids to do anything per se. Like you can always you gotta just be there for them. And that's what I plan on doing if I'm blessed with children. So, I could just hope that I can help in like the training aspect of everything because I feel like training in any sport, like it's really important to do that, like nail that down, like nailing hard work and fundamentals of whatever sport it is when they're young. And to segue off of that, there was something that I was reading. Well, yeah, that I was reading recently, but it was an article from back, or like 2 years ago, I want to say, or a quote from 2 years ago. Well, it was basically AAU versus overseas. What is the better option for younger kids?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little more pro AAU. And that may sound a little different coming from me. That like I played a decent amount of basketball, but like it's for me, it's more like I feel like AAU was where the stars are bred, and like I would want my child to really become a star. Like I want him to play with the best in the country. I want him to like be able to see like this is the what's the word I'm looking for, the altitude that you want to reach at some point where this is the guys that make the pros, so you got to get there. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to overseas, a lot of times they're fundamentally sound. The big men may come out, they have a good jump shot, they may be able to pass a little better. But at the end of the day, like they breeded a little more stars recently as opposed to prior. However, I still think a lot of the stars still come from the AAU leagues, the LeBrons, the Carmelos, Lonzo Ball came up through there. He's not a star yet, but we see the star potential. So, that's just my take on that. How you feel?
I was actually watching Knuckleheads podcast with Jimmy Butler today, actually, and he was saying when he was playing in junior college, it was like a dog-eat-dog world. Basically, it's like you pass the ball, you don't know if you're getting that shit back. And I feel like that is AAU basketball. You know what I mean? Like, you get the ball, you try to score on everybody, fuck an assist.
Every man for themselves out there.
And when you play like that, it's fun, I guess, to watch in like an entertainment aspect, and knowing that in a scout's eyes, it's like, okay, this person could get a bucket. You know what I mean? Like, he's a playmaker or whatever. But in terms of fundamentals, it's like, it's shit. It's really shit. There's a lot of basketball players that's coming out in the AAU circuit. I feel like majority of the NBA played in the AAU if they're American. And a lot of them know it's a lot of just their athleticism, you know what I mean? I feel like if America had a system the way the European people do in terms of just fundamental development, just the fundamental skills, it would just be a much better game. I mean, it's exciting. Again, it's exciting to watch. But what happens when that athleticism starts to dip? You know what I mean?
See, there's where I disagree, because I feel like we only gonna get more athletic. Like, people are only gonna break more records. People are only gonna do more freakishly insane things, in my opinion. So with that being said, my thing with overseas is that you don't stand out. Like, when you're playing like quote unquote team basketball. There's nothing wrong with team basketball. That's how the Spurs, were the Spurs. But you can also fade into obscurity when all you're good at, when everybody's good at the same kind of things.
Yeah.
So it's like AAU is more like, you're a star, and people get to see that you're a star. So like, I have this I can jump out the building. I have this freakish jump shot. I see the floor well, whatever, may be that person's skill set. So with that being said, it's kind of like I agree with you in the terms of like it is a dog-eat-dog world, because like I actually watched there's a Netflix documentary on AAU basketball. Actually, it follows the Compton Magic, and it also follows the other side of it. Compton Magic is a team that is in the AAU. It's very popular.
But Mikey plays for them.
Mikey plays for them. Compton Magic, and there's been a bunch of other stars that play for Compton Magic. Not stars necessarily, but like people that make the league, basically.
I thought you were going to say the movie that Sergio Power was in.
No, that movie's bad.
That shit was.
I didn't see it.
That was a bad movie. Regardless, that movie is called At All Costs, and so basically it's follows Compton Magic and their how they operate in their AAU thing. And then I can't remember the owner's name. He's like has an African name. I can't pronounce it. But then on the opposite side, it follows the kid that like could possibly become like my child, your child, which is a guy named Parker. Damn, I gotta find his name. I should have put his name. Parker. Parker Jackson Carter. I thought I know his name. So yeah, I followed the kid. His name is Parker Jackson Cartwright. Basically, he's about 5'10", like 150, 60 maybe. Like, but he's nice. Like, he can ball. And basically, like, it just shows the rigors and all that, the challenges that go with playing AAU basketball. Now, if you watch it, you might depict AAU in a negative, like, I guess, negative light because, like, he does get hurt. And the thing is, like, when you get hurt, you kind of still got to, like, suck it up and play because, like, if you don't play, other people are going to play for you, basically, take your spot. And, you know, these are the type of things where you got, in the U.S., you get ranked and, you know, everybody has to know who you are, and that's what he was aiming for because he played in, like, the Nike circuit. Because, long story short, there's a Nike circuit, there's an Adidas circuit, and they basically, like, compete to, like, get the kids between each other. And that's where the whole, like, they use the kids for money. Like, there's an evil behind AAU, definitely. But there's also an evil behind overseas.
Yeah. But, I mean, at least with overseas, kids have an opportunity to become professionals at young ages. They're able to get that experience playing with older players. Like, and people that are in the NBA now that I can think off the top of my head, Luka, he became a professional when he was 16. Ricky Rubio became a professional when he was 14 years and 11 months approximately. Kristaps, he became a professional at 16. Jonas Valanciunas became a professional at 16. So it's like they have these players who, and all of them were lottery picks. I think all of them were lottery picks. Yeah, all of them were lottery picks.
They were lottery picks.
So it's like, and their majority like of them are fundamentally sound and they're really skillful players. So it's like, I feel again, if the U.S. had just that type of structure where it just focused a lot more on fundamentals, it would be a better game to watch, and careers would be much longer as well. Yeah.
I mean, I see that. It's just for me, overseas, like I just want. There's no standing out.
Yeah.
Unless you're like the KP or like, you know, the Jonas Valanciunas. I guess he was dominating back then. And plus, you know what I'm saying? Like, the money, like, you get paid there is nothing compared to, like, the money you'll make when you're really a star.
Yeah, but you gotta wait. You don't know if that's gonna actually happen. Anything can happen.
I mean, true, but nowadays, once you're, like, nice in high school, you kind of guaranteed to make the league in a sense. As long as you do your 1 year decently at, you know, at whatever.
Yeah, at least what I was about to say, because I said Jello.
Nah, I mean, Jello, I don't know that Jello was ever that nice, but that's another story.
He was getting buckets and shit.
He was getting buckets, but I don't know. This whole team aspect, you feel me? Like, I don't know how that team was run. Like, I don't know what competition they was playing. Sorry. I don't know what competition they was playing. And plus, like, that team was kind of run by their dad, so it was like, it was there for him to shoot shots. So it's like, I'm not saying he's not nice. Like, he seems to have a good jump shot from what I see online, but it's just like, you got to know, like, his body type just kind of wasn't, it doesn't transcend to the league. Like, that stocky.
He was a big man, but he was a guard.
Yeah, then like he wasn't really athletic.
Yeah.
Because like Zion has a stocky build, but he's athletic, so he get away with that. But like Jello was more so, you know, he was going to basically have to be a spot up shooter because like he wasn't very lateral. He can't really guard anybody that, you know, they would be put in front of him at his shot.
Actually, he was the European circuit.
I don't think that makes him more lateral.
No.
Might have been a better passer, maybe.
I just wanted to share this quote from the third greatest player of all time, Kobe Bryant. Third.
You have him at 3.
Number 3.
So 1,
2, 3.
So 1 is
Michael Jordan right now. Right now.
2 is
LeBron James.
So after LeBron, you have
Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
He says, I just think European players are just way more skillful. They had just taught the game the right way at an early age. They're more skillful. It's just that we something that we really had to fix. We really had to address that. We have to teach our kids to play the right way. He said AAU basketball is terrible. It's stupid. It doesn't teach our kids how to play the game at all. So we wind up having players that are big and that bring it up and do all of this fancy crap that don't know how to post. They don't know fundamentals of the game. It's stupid.
You want to say something?
No, I was gonna say I completely agree with that sentiment because it's like nowadays I feel like in the AAU circuit, if whatever is hot in the NBA, that's what's gonna be happening in the AAU circuit. Motherfuckers is pulling up from 3, and it's cool to have that versatility. It's cool to be big and to be able to shoot the ball and dribble the ball. But like these people don't know how to post up. Like you 7 feet tall, you don't know how to move your feet. Like it's trash, bro. Like, I don't make sense.
I mean, I get that, but like, would you not agree that the game is like moved on from that point? Like,
But yes, the game has moved on in the grand aspect of things, but you gotta at least have that skill. Like when the game slows down, like in the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard could back up, post somebody up and get a bucket. LeBron could post somebody up and get a bucket. Like they have those fundamental skills, and I feel like that's just missing. Like kids come into the NBA and they're working on those skills when they should already have that foundation, and that's what I'm saying. Like they should at least have the foundation of those fundamentals, because it's gonna. Longevity is the biggest thing. There's a lot of stars or a lot of basketball players that don't play 10 plus years because they don't have that fundamentally sound basketball game.
I mean, I guess that more so applies to like big men in a sense, because I mean, me personally, I feel like guards, like what you do as a guard is not really gonna change as much, because like obviously, like yeah, like if you're a big guard, you want to learn how to post and stuff like that. Like it's like Kawhi.
But not even just posting in specific, just fundamentals in general. Those is just one of the things, like footwork, like just little things like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, because you can't blow by everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to learn some, finesse moves. But I don't know. I'm still sticking AAU route just because if that's where the best is, then that's where I need to be. Until like there's a majority of the best overseas, then I'll change my mind. But as far as the exposure that you need to go get, the college coaches being there, I got to go to AAU route.
It sucks that AAU is like completely just taking over the high school just basketball.
Yeah, because people really don't play, and that's another thing that was in the Netflix documentary. He actually sat out his high school season
just to play AAU ball.
To play AAU ball, basically, for the most part. Because the summer was more, or the spring summer was more important than that winter spring basketball season, which is nuts. Because I remember playing high school basketball, it used to be like you wanted to play for your high school. Now it's like I can sit that out. I don't really need to play that. I wait till I can play with the Compton Magic or California Supreme. That's who the kid in the Netflix series was playing with. That's another popular team in California. So yeah, it's a tough one, bro. Yeah, but like I said, I still gotta go AAU.
I hear you.
So yeah, moving on from AAU basketball back into the actual league. Preseason's about to be over soon. We got when does the NBA season actually start?
Shit.
Preseason's over the 18th.
days?
The preseason's over the 18th.
Yeah, so with that being said, I think we should get into some preseason picks, like for awards, MVP, Rookie of the Year. I already said my piece, but Rookie of the Year, Most Valuable. I mean,
You want me to go first?
6 man, yeah, you can go ahead.
For MVP, I got LeBron getting his 5th Rookie of the Year. I got Zion, sleeper pick, Tyler Hero. 6 man of the year is probably going to be Lou Will, because I don't see any player off the bench that's better than the man. Like, might as well name the award after him. Defensive player of the year. I feel like Draymond might fuck around and get that shit. Hey, it might be Draymond. Either Draymond or Pat Bev. Like one of them, Draymond or Pat Bev. One or the other. And
got MIP, Coach
MIP. That's tough. That's tough. I don't know. Might have to come back. What was the last one?
Coach.
Coach of the year. Frank Vogel might surprise him. Frank
Vogel. That's a bad thing, Yeah, I'm not voting for nobody named Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel, bro.
All right, so start MVP. I would like LeBron to win, but I think more realistically, I think my actual pick is. I'm going with Steph.
He might fuck around and wild out this year.
I'm going with Steph, bro. We haven't seen Steph by himself in a minute. Well, he's not by himself, but him as the head of the snake. We haven't seen that in a couple of years. So I'm going with Steph for the actual pick. What's next? Rookie of the Year. I was pro John Moran on that one. Still think he has a great chance to win it. But I'm going to go Zion. Just the hype behind. You know how we give out these awards. The hype behind it. Yeah. What he'll actually do with his numbers. John's definitely gonna mess around and have close to triple double. Definitely, he's gonna average that. He's that kind of guy. But I gotta go Zion on that. What's next? 6 man. Yeah, I'm never gonna go against a guy that had 2 women at one time. So we're gonna go Lou Will on that one. Too gangster. Like his game is just too swaggy, bro. But what's after that? Most improved. Most improved. I'm gonna go with the Knicks. I'm going Julius Randle.
Because if you say most improved for Julius, that means a nigga gonna have to average like 26, 28 points a game. That's a superstar.
So I might renege on that one actually. Not to put it. Yeah, when you think about like his actual numbers from last year, I think he was 20 and 10 guy, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you can't really give it to a guy that's already averaging 20 and 10. So let's scratch Julius. I wanted to give something to the Knicks. That's what that was. I just wanted Knicks gotta have some type of gold. But let's see.
It might be I thought of mine, but I'm gonna let you go first.
Who do I see winning that? I might have to come back on that one. Now I gotta think about that one. But let's have the MIP coach.
You didn't say Depoy, you didn't say coach.
Oh, coach. So let's go Depoy first. Depoy. You said Pat Bev or Draymond. I can't see Pat Bev ever winning it only because like I don't know that his numbers match up to do it. Like this is numbers. Like he plays great defense, but like I don't know that the steals add up to it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like things of that nature. But he's definitely a great defender. He deserves a defensive player of the year, definitely. But me personally, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna go Paul George. I think Paul George gets his first one. Coach of the year, I'm going Doc. I'm going back-to-back LA Clippers on that one. Who you got for most improved, though? You said you had to pick now.
I thought about it, and I think Josh Richardson, 76ers, I feel like he might be most improved. Man, he's going to surprise a lot of people. He's going to have a lot of open bucket opportunities, Like, they're going to spread. He's going to have to spread the floor. He's going to have to make those jump shots. And I feel like he's going to average, like, a solid 16 to 18 points a game and just be, like, a real it factor. Because him and Al Horford, they are the pieces, that's going to make the Sixers go over the hump. So I feel like he's going to have that season, that hardware to back that up too.
Mm-hmm. Well, my pick is a weird one, but I'm going to go Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's going to have I don't know if this is how they're going to start the season, but the OKC Thunder started with 3 guards in the preseason. They had Chris Paul out there, they had Dennis Schroeder, they had Shai out there. And Shai's going to be in a real big position. He's going to have to put up points. He's going to have to put up buckets. And he was doing that a little bit on the Clippers. Yeah. Doc Rivers said himself that was one of the hardest pieces to lose in that deal.
You got to lose anything for...
I mean, I'll trade him too. But regardless, like, I'm going to go with Shai. I think he averages, double-digit points this year. And he definitely his assists are going to be up, his rebounds up, because he's a lengthy guard. He can stay in front of people. I think he'll have a great season this year.
You're going to see, man. It's going to be an exciting season. Again, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I feel like it's going to be the most exciting season, like, ever so far,
And so the NBA's, what was it? Because I forgot how much he's in the NBA now, but like, it's a lot of seasons.
Since the Peach Baskets, bro. This is it.
All right, so this has been another episode of Not Gon Lie.
Episode 4. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Just keep giving us that feedback. Keep sharing the videos. Again, we really appreciate it. And we're going to see y'all for episode 5. It's coming soon, man. Later.